not giving me an A, give me an F. You giving me the worst grade in the world, worse than an F, is a D. Because with the D, even though we love the D over here, you know which D I'm talking about. But with the D, oh, my coffee looks so good.
It does. Compared
That
to
don't even look like coffee. That's not even coffee.
The way the whipped cream is running down the side of the coffee.
That is over.
The white stuff has run down the side of my face from time to time.
That looks really good.
That does look good.
That's my coffee.
It does look good.
If I drank coffee, I would drink that.
That looks like coffee.
Y'all hire clowns as if you were running a circus. So you get a circus and you hire clowns. Anyway, moving on.
Take it from the people who play cards for him. He be cheating.
I only cheat on Uno. Only Uno. Only Uno.
Uno, Tuno, Luno, he is a cheater.
Everything.
If you cheat,
See, they said you probably look. He said you probably
do.
do cheat. He do.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
I'm out of here. Bye.
OnlyFans so that you can look at the longer videos and you can go in the comfort of your own little room at the boarding house, rent it home, grab your little Albaline and smoke it out for as long as you want it, playing it over and over and over, the long videos of Malik's long peen, because you have an infatuation with his long peen. I am certain that at this point you want him to shove his long peen somewhere inside of your body. I'm just saying.
The devil and the devil was fucking up here.
Here he goes.
Y'all wasn't gonna make me the oldest one on here.
You did not send me a text, a link.
I did.
I do have to say, Ty, you were in the group chat on Instagram, whatever Instagram that was.
Wait, what? Kenny? Love you down. I don't have no problem with Kenny. I like Kenny. But Kenny girl. Kenny girl. Kenny girl, we did not think he was nobody's straight. Neither did we think he was nobody's top. At best verse. If I stretch, maybe if I stretch, I might give you verse top. I'll stretch and give you verse top. But you do know that we had already deduced that you like to have spoons dipped into your sugar bowl, right? We had already. I mean, I don't think there's anybody. Even DeAndre, who professes that he's the top, and Archie, who professes that he's the top, they profess that he's straight tops. You ain't gonna get me to believe that they had a spoon dipped into their sugar bowl every now and then. Like the least about JG.
Yeah, no, that's a tough one. Well, definitely what I like the most about David is
y'all girls need to understand. Girl, you had a bust down. Girl, y'all had a one-night stand. Y'all got drunk one day. Y'all had a one-night stand. It was good that night because you was drunk. Probably if you was sober, you gonna be like, girl, this wasn't even that good. But girl, you was drunk as fuck or coked out or a combination of the two of them. Whatever the fuck y'all do down there to the LA. Y'all had a good bust down. It was what it was. You should have kept it moving. Well, hello. Hey. What's going on, y'all? Listen, I just pressed the button because I didn't want to be late. And wasn't even all the way set up. I'm so mad at myself. I pressed the button. I said, hurry up, El Teddy. Hurry up. You don't want to be late. And in my desire not to be late, I ain't even all the way set up. But it's okay. Ain't nothing but the click of a button or two, and we'll be ready. So never fear. We are professionals round here. Never fear. We are professionals round here. Chicken, get your chicken here. So y'all go ahead, start, liking the video, share this out on your social medias. Let the people know that the L, the Teddy to the 27 is goddamn it live. And guess what the hell we're having? We're having a
motherfucking silly Saturday on a Friday. Why? Because I said, self, now I gotta listen. I literally got to get up at like 3:30 in the morning, get up and go travel and go out of town. But I said, I'm gonna sacrifice today and I'm gonna come and give my people what they want because I don't want y'all to miss out on a good silly Saturday if I can help it. If I can help it. So I'm here today and we're gonna do silly Saturday on a Friday. And y'all know how much fun we have on silly Saturday. We're gonna do, hey, we're gonna do our big one, do like we always do every Saturday. We're gonna keep it moving and keep and do what we do. Are y'all excited? If you are excited about silly Saturday, if you are excited about silly Saturday, go ahead, hit the like button, put a shondo in the chat for me. Let me go say hi to the people. I ain't gonna spend too long taking attendance because we got a packed, a jam-packed dossier, and we gonna have fun. Listen, I got a drink. We doing it on a Friday, y'all. We ain't got no coffee. The coffee, we ain't got no coffee. We got a drink. So if you ain't got no drink tonight, you need to go get one. Listen, go get you a drinky drink. We about to have a good time. We about to laugh, have a good time. Let me take attendance. While I'm taking attendance, y'all go ahead and hit the like button, share this video out, all of the good stuff. Do what you do. Hey, L Love, Jason, what's good, bruh? Monk Chip, what's good, boo? Cross Country Cruiser, how you doing, my love? Volvo, hey, Cookie. Sharice Montrez, what's good, bruh? Black Regina George, Yana, I hope you feeling better, and I hope that this silly Saturday live helps your body. You know, they say laughter is good medicine. So I hope that this good silly Saturday that we're about to have today is the good medicine you need to put you on the good foot. China White, how are you, boo? Tracy. Hey, love. Harold, hello, Harold. Hey, Harold. I'm just gonna pause after I say, hey, Harold. Allow all of your fans to say hi to you. All of the Harold fans. Now is the time to say hi to Harold because we have so many Harold fans around here. Just want to pause for the cause and let the fans of Harold say hi to him. Y'all good? All right. All right. Hey, Harold, what's good? Symmetry, what's up, my love? Oh, man. Miss Baythang, how you doing today? Child, please, what's going on? Shondo to you and yours, my love. You wish you had a drink. It's still time, China White. Go get you a drink, girl. Go get you a drinky drink. Hey, Faye, what's going on? Faye, Mommy Yana, what's going on? Hey, everybody. Y'all say I'm about to soak in a hot bubble bath while I listen to you and wait for these good meds to kick in again. She said, yes, I'm smoking and drinking because why the fuck not? I know that's right, Yana. Let the people know. You wish I would stop telling the people what, that you're not the favorite son over here, that you don't have fans. Harold, you have whole ass fans over here. If you are a fan of Harold, put a 27 in the chat. Watch this, Harold. Watch the 27s that come in the chat. I'm just saying, Harold, don't try to act all meek and mild and it's really not that. Harold, see? If you are a fan of one Mr. Harold Cordero, please put a 27 in the chat. You see the 27s, Harold? See? They're not stopping. See what I'm saying? They put more 27s in the chat for you than they do for me. But we love you, Harold, and we love you for it. Shout out to Harold. Shout out to Harold. See what I'm saying, Harold? Hey, Spicy Original. What's good, my love? All right, y'all. Listen, we're not gonna labor long. If the people ain't here by now, they ain't gonna never get here. Because I told you the dossier is packed today. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I had to do all of Silly Saturday, which usually is a 5-hour process to prepare production for Silly Saturday. I had to squeeze it in like almost 3 hours, which sounds like a long time, but Silly Saturday really is like takes me about 5 hours of production to do it. I had to squeeze that all in about 3 hours. So yeah, but that does not mean that the quality is any less than what it should be. We still got what we got. Xavier, what's good, boo? What is good? Child. Anyway, let me. I told you I didn't get a chance to set up, so let me set up the computer over here. Set this up over here, cause child, girl, child. Okay, share entire screen. All right. All right. And all right. There we go. There we go. I think we ready. Y'all ready? If y'all ready, I'm ready. Are y'all ready? Put a Shondo in the chat if you ready. Because if y'all ready, I'm ready. Let's get this party started. If y'all are ready, I am ready to get this party started. I got to get to bed at some point tonight, at least to get about. I want to get 2 hours of sleep. Can I get 2 hours? If I can get 2 good hours of sleep, I might can make it tomorrow. I might can make it 2 to 3 good hours. I might can make it. Hey, Jay Parrish. Hey, little baby. All right, y'all. We in prime time. Listen, this is a prime time edition of Silly Saturday on a Friday. We in prime time. We got a liquor prepared. Listen, we finna do it like only we can. Do it to me one more time. That's what we're gonna do. All right, so let's get this party started. It's time for the ABCs. Hashtag ABC. Why? Cause a bitch just came. A bitch came. Hashtag ABC. A bitch came. Hashtag ABC. Listen, y'all. I saw this headline and said a bitch came. Apparently, something about Snoop was over there with Michael and blew some smoke in Michael's face, and Michael was like, "Bro, get away from me with that shit." I don't blame Michael because I don't smoke. And people who smoke and when they blow smoke in my face or whatever, I'm not with that shit. And if you're a singer, every singer I know wants nothing to do with anything that deals with smoke. So why you mad at Michael? Michael say, don't make me fuck you up. But really, Snoop, you just needed something to talk about. The man is dead and gone. Let the man be dead, okay? The man is gone. Michael, Whitney, they are gone. Let these people rest in peace. Can we please? God, they just don't want to leave these people alone. I don't like it either, Montrez. Now, you give me a good edible. I'm here for the edibles. We here for all of the edibles. But smoking it, I don't smoke nothing. Except for the occasional skin cigar. We do smoke the occasional skin cigar. Anyway, I saw this story, y'all, and I just said a bitch just came. We ain't got time for this kind of story. We don't have the bandwidth. We don't have the strength, energy, or anything with which to deal with this. So we're going to keep it the fuck moving. You know, these two are proverbial hashtag ABCs. I watched these. I saw this story. I saw the headline, and I said, nope. Krishan Rock and Blueface, yeah, we're not doing that. She done moved her and that child back into that house. We're not doing that. I keep telling y'all, when are y'all gonna call CPS? Y'all be out here swatting everybody's house. Y'all even swatted the goddamn White House a couple weeks ago. Y'all swatting everybody known to man, but ain't nobody think to call CPS on these bastards. These bastards still allowed to go over here and endanger that poor child, that poor young man, that poor baby is in danger. And a damn person called CPS on these bastards, but y'all swatting everybody else. I'm just saying, I just can't. I just can't. Was there ever any doubt she wasn't going to go back? A bitch, she just can't. I don't have time for this story. Nope, can't do it. Saw the headline and knew that we just couldn't do it. A bitch can't. Y'all know I can't stand this man. Y'all know I hate every single thing about Justin Timberlake. I hate him. I hate everything about him. I hate that he's still here with us. He will never be forgiven for what he did to Queen Janet. I hate him. And that's like the kids say, that's on God. That's how the kids say, right? And that's on God. I listen. I didn't have time for it. I just did. Y'all can make time for Justin Timberlake. I don't like him. A lot of y'all like this young man descended from the Caucasus Mountains. Y'all play games with him. Y'all be over here. Oh, he makes good music. Oh, he's invited to the cookout. Oh, no, he's not invited to shit. Let him come to the cookout if he want to. See if he don't get this white phosphorus and strychnine put into whatever we feed him. Fuck around and come over here if you want to, Justin Timberlake, and think you invited to the cookout and see if you don't get your ass fucked up, because we still will never forgive you for what you did to Queen Janet. I gotta move on because I might get triggered. um I don't have time for white women and their weapon of choice, their white woman's tears, crying about Barbie and Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig not getting Oscars or getting snubbed. A white woman got snubbed. There's no such animal as a white woman getting snubbed for the Oscars. They have a whole category called Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress. And for decades and decades and decades and decades and decades, it's been all white women. But y'all want to tell me they were snubbed. Get the fuck out. Hillary, you can go over there and jump into the box of deplorables that you talked about. Go over there with the box of deplorables. I don't have time for white women and them thinking that they got snubbed. Go to hell. White women have been the reason. I keep telling y'all, whole empires and civilizations have been burned to the ground because of raggedy ass white women descended from the Caucasus Mountains. You will get no sympathy from me, white women. Go away forever. White women are the reason that Donald Trump was your president in 26, won the presidency in 2016. Go check the stats and the data. It was white women who did that. And then they still came back and voted for him overwhelmingly in 2020. White women. I don't have time for them. A bitch just came with white women. I can't. All right, y'all. Let's delve into the dossier. Into the dossier we go. Into the dossier. I ain't even got the dossier pulled up on my computer. Lord, I'm saying into the dossier we go. I ain't even got the dossier pulled up on my computer. God, Lord, let me get the dossier up and running. Let me open up the dossier myself. That is funny. I'm going into the dossier and ain't even got the shit open myself. Child, girl. Child. So, our first story in the dossier is y'all's boy, Tremaine. Trey Songz. Now, the lawsuit that they had against him was dismissed. Let me read this real quick. A sexual assault lawsuit against Trey Songz has been dismissed, with the judge saying the woman never responded to Trey Songz' motion to dismiss, so her complaint is out of here. Trey Songz was originally sued back in June by an unnamed woman for allegedly exposing her breast at a Connecticut casino back in 2013. This is an allegation she initially floated in 2022 through a demand letter to him, but didn't officially sue him until the summer of 2023. In her original demand letter, she was asking for north of $5 million to settle it out of court, but he never gave her the money, so she ended up suing him civilly, and his attorneys filed a motion to dismiss. Her attorneys never responded to that motion. And since they never responded to the motion, the case was ceremoniously dismissed. This man just keep getting, how y'all keep letting him out? How does he keep having these get out of jail free cards? Because this man has case after case after case after case of assaulting women sexually and some men, but y'all just ain't heard about that yet. But this man has case after case after case. And when I say assaulting men, go check over there in the greater in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And there's a lot of stories that can be told about Trey Songz, okay? And the men that he has assaulted sexually. But I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna leave it there. Let's get back to the women's is. Hey, Madrell Boo. Let me go back to it. Trey Songz keeps getting all of these get out of jail free cards. We are witnessing this in real time. And for my younger generation, for my people like Xavier and my people that are young millennials, maybe even Harold, Montrez, for my younger generation, this is not as extreme as the person I'm going to mention, but it's along the same lines. I'm late Generation X, like the last part of Generation X, okay? And we watched Robert Sylvester gallivant all over the place for decades, assaulting women sexually all over the place, assaulting young girls all over the place. And we knew about it and we saw it. And there were cases that came up, and we just kind of turned a blind eye to it and was like, oh, okay, well, that case got dismissed. All right, we're just going to keep it moving. And it was the same thing where we saw case after case get dismissed. And what happens? They get empowered. They get emboldened. They were like, yeah, they ain't going to never catch me. Fast as fast can be. You'll never catch me. And they keep going. Now, eventually something is going to stick to Trey Songz, just like the same thing happened to Robert Sylvester, just like the same thing is happening right now to Sean Combs and so many others. Bruh, you have a long history of assaulting women, a long history. Let's be clear, Trey Songz. Your talent isn't good enough for us to be excusing all of the assaults that you've made, and no one's talent is good enough to excuse assault. First of all, there's not enough talent in the world to excuse any assault at all. But since you're diminished in your talent, because I'm not a real, I mean, I'm a fan of how he looks. He's a nice looking young man, but in terms of his singing ability, I mean, he sounds like the Three Billy Goats gruff in his singing. He has this uncontrollable vibrato in his singing. It sounds real bad. He sounds like a Billy Goat, kind of like Jussie Smollett when he tries to sing sometimes. It's like the Three Billy Goats gruff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they sound like. But sir, Major says she's trying with me today. Listen, Robert Sylvester is in jail for a long time. I didn't put the man in jail, but we watched him assault women and young girls for a long time. So I don't know. And we are in real time watching Trey Songz. I know personally of about 4 or 5 cases where women have come out and accused this man of sexual assault, and we just sit back like, oh, okay, well, we'll wait to see what the courts do. And we know we have a flawed judicial system here in these yet to be United States of America. I'm not going to spend too much time on him. We just gonna keep it moving, like Yana said, go with God, and we'll keep it moving. All right, so what? This is a funny story, y'all. What you're looking at here is a worm-themed popcorn bucket, right? So to promote the upcoming movie Dune, the sequel for the movie Dune, they are creating these popcorn containers, receptacles that are supposed to look like the wormhole that's in the movie, right? But people are saying it looks like a booty hole. That's what the people are saying. The people who have gotten them so far says that it looks like a booty hole. Some people says that it looks like a vagina because it sits on top of the, like, you get the bucket of popcorn and then you sit it's like a lid that sits on top of the bucket of popcorn. Like, you can, if you look, that little black part down at the bottom, that's the bucket of popcorn. And so it sits on top of the bucket of popcorn and you're supposed to put your hand in there. And the people have said it looks like you're fisting someone when you put your hand in it. I'm just saying, I'm just telling you what the people are saying. I'm not making this up. I'm just telling you what the people are saying. Don't get mad at me. I just report this thing. I just report this. Black Regina George said, who created this? Baby, I don't know who created it. But listen, I am not one that's into fisting people or getting fisted. Like, that's just not my ministry. At the moment that I start to get into that, it's time for me to get out of the game of sex, I guess. But that, hey, to each his own. But people are buying it. Listen, people that, the people that are into the movie Dune, a lot of people that like to do, when they go to movies like that, a lot of the sci-fi movies, people like to dress up and do cosplay and things like that when they go and see the movie. So they're into things like that. Now, you got to know, if you go to the movie theater, a bucket of popcorn gonna cost you $25 by itself. So if you have to get this contraption on top of it, that's gonna run you anywhere from $40 to $50. I can see that being $50, $49.99. You roll up to the concession stand to get your popcorn, and they say, "Oh, we have the commemorative Dune popcorn here, $49.99." And whatever nerd that is dressed up in cosplay after one of the characters, they're gonna be right there. They're gonna buy for $49.99, and for the entirety of the movie, they're gonna be fisting somebody's booty hole. I'm just telling you what's gonna happen. Just fisting somebody's booty hole. Like, I feel like the little hairs or whatever that stuff is in the middle, when I pull my popcorn out, it's gonna make the popcorn fall out of my hand. Like, I don't know. Hey, Therese, what's good, boo? I don't know. Like, I can imagine something. And listen, popcorn is real buttery too. So by the time you get to like the third handful, that shit is gonna be all greased up and buttery and slick and slippery by the time you get to the third hand of popcorn. So you really gonna be fisting somebody's booty hole at that point. Like, just a whole goddamn mess. Some other people says it looks like cooch or the cooter. I don't know if I can say it looks like cooter or the cooch, but I see the booty hole. That I see. It's not structurally sound. I mean, it's sitting on top of the bucket of popcorn, so technically, it is kind of structurally sound. Y'all say it's unsanitary. Listen, right, Volvo, the boy butter is gonna be all over the place to make for easier insertion. Maybe, listen, y'all know on my regular reviews video, I have an intro that says, to make it easier for insertion. Maybe I have a snippet from an old video that talks about making it easier for insertion. But the butter from the popcorn is going to make it easier for insertion. It's giving balloon knot, child. Some people wish they had a balloon knot. They got a whole open ass balloon over there, child. Regina. If you ask somebody for some popcorn, if you there with your boo, you and your boo at the popcorn, at the movies, and maybe y'all was at a different movie because y'all got me over here crying, laughing. Listen, I'm over here crying, laughing. So maybe y'all at another movie and Dune is playing, right? The sequel to Dune is playing. And your boo, you tell your boo, I want some popcorn, babe. All right, boo. They go get you some popcorn. They come back in with this shit. And you say, and you know it's real dark in the movie theaters because the movie already started, right? So you over there, you can't even see it. You can't see it. So when he sit down or she sit down, I don't know what your proclivities are, but when he or she sits down, they had a popcorn, and you say, "Yeah, let me get some of this." You got the popcorn, your head go right here, and you don't even look. You know when you reach for pop, you don't even look. You just reach over there. What do you do when you reach down, and that's what you feel? And after about the second or third handful, if I'm the date that's holding it, I'm looking at you crazy like, bitch, I hope you don't think you finna try this over. Y'all, I'm over here dying. Let me move on. This guy, the jokes keep writing themselves with this one. I don't know what y'all want me to do with this, but this is too hilarious. Too hilarious. But the people are behind it. Listen, I don't know when the sequel to the movie Dune comes out, but this is what they're gonna have. Go get yours now at movie theaters near you. So here we are. Here we are. So Nicki Minaj and Megan the Stallion, they got a whole beef going on. Excuse me. From what I understand, it started with Megan. Megan came for Nicki first. Nicki then made a song and came for Megan in her song, talking about how they call her Bigfoot because she's so tall and got big ass feet and all of this, that, and the third. Megan released her diss track Hiss today, and they say she's dog walking everybody breathing, including Nicki Minaj. So of course, the delusional ass cult that is the Barbs are in they fucking feelings because the Barbs are a delusional ass cult. I don't know where we find these people, but they're all up in arms. So the Barbs got all up in arms. Meg sitting over there looking like, bitch, I ain't got nothing to say. I said it all in my diss track. Hiss, a bitch can't come for me because I already came for them. I'm here for all of it because I'm from the period in rap where if you got beef with a bitch, you put it in your record. Bitch, I'm from the days of ether and shit like that, where a bitch got a problem, bitch, put the shit on wax, put the shit on the fucking CD, put the shit in a fucking song, put a beat to the shit. That's what you do. That's the era I come from. So if Megan and Nicki gonna have beef, I'm here all for it. Because guess what? Some of the greatest rap songs we know have come from beef. That's what, remember, some of the earliest, iterations of rap come from people having issues with you, battle raps and all of that good stuff. Listen, make your money. But hey, Patty Duke, I always feel good when I see you, Patty Duke. You're one of my oldest subscribers. Thank you for being here. Patty Duke is one of my oldest subscribers. She's been here since I had like 4 in the chat. Like 4. Champ. But now they say Megan drug everybody. They say Megan monkey stomped everybody. They say Megan talked about Nicki. They say Megan even drug hey Diamond Pearl Jim. They say Megan even drug Drake, talking about how you gonna talk about women with BBLs when you got BBL stretch marks and shit. I'm like, damn, Megan. I mean, I don't blame her because everybody have been coming for Megan's throat. People have been coming for Megan's throat. That girl be over there minding her own sweet good business, and people be over there dragging her name in the mud. Now, consequently, people do the same thing to Nicki Minaj too. Nicki Minaj then went on after hearing Megan's, I guess, song, went and did a long ass 5-page tweet. I mean, she thought she was a Leo, sending a 4-page letter. She sent out a 5-page tweet basically saying everything that Megan ever did was a flop and she'll never be her. Nikki, I don't have time. The barbs went up for it. You can go and look it up yourself. Because Nicki Minaj went on this whole 5-page tweet and talked about how everything that Meg has ever did was a flop. Meg will never be her. She'll never have her numbers. She'll never be in her lane. Girl, I don't have time, Nikki. I don't have time. I don't care. This really could have been a hashtag ABC for me, but I got to give the people what they want. Haven't it been messy, Montrez? Like the girls been out here just slanging the mud. Listen, Nikki, if you feel some kind of way, put a song out. I dare you to put a song out. I dare you to go in the studio today and just put some shit out and put that shit on put a beat to it and have a diss track ready for that bitch in the morning. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. Because real girls do real things, Nikki. Real girls do real things. That could be the title of the song, Nikki. Girl, I'm going to gift you with the title of the song. Real girls do real things. Nikki. Somebody send this over to Nikki. Nikki, girl, I know you watching. You over in the bushes, Nikki. I know you watching right now, Nikki. So I'm going to gift this to you. Girl, I dare you to go right now. Go get in the studio, write a few lines, get in the studios, and put out this diss track and title it Real Girls Do Real Things and drag that bitch Megan. Dog walk that hoe. Let that hoe know. I dare you, Nikki. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't, Nikki. I'm just saying. Now, I will listen. I like both of them. I think Nikki is good only when she's a feature on somebody's songs. Because all of her song, all of her own songs are trash. But whenever she's featured on somebody's song, that woman goes hard. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. I love Megan. I'm just saying. Even though Megan, she do kind of got a point because you do need to sell some more numbers. You do need to put up some numbers to to have a real conversation, Megan. You do need to start to put up some numbers because you got to put up a shut up, girl, Megan, girl. I'm just saying, but Nikki, Megan went first. You came after. Megan has now answered with her diss track, His. Girl, you putting out this four-page letter like you a Leah on Twitter ain't gonna get it done, baby. Baby, because that's gonna be dust in the wind after a little while. Baby, we need you to put a beat to it. Give me a beat. Come on, Janet. Give me a beat. Megan, not Megan, Nikki, go in the goddamn booth tonight. Baby, you supposed to be up all night putting a beat to it. I just gave you the title, Real Girls Do Real Things, and go ahead and dog walk her. I know you ain't gonna let her just shit on you like that, Megan. Girl, do your big one. I mean, Nikki, you ain't gonna let Megan shit on you like that, girl. Do your big one, girl. Girl, I'm here for all of the beef. I am perpetuating this beef. Why? Because good beef gives us good music. I'm just here for it all. Nikki gonna put out, if Nikki come out with a good diss track, I'm here for it. That's good music. Megan come back with her shit. Girl, y'all can keep going back and forth. That's how great rap music has been made. Girl, go ahead and do it, girl. Real girls do real things. Now, when you use that as your title, girl, just run me my coins, okay? I'm just saying. The people heard it over here first. So when you come out with Real Girls Do Real Things, just run me my coins. I just need my part of it. Okay. I just need my cut. Girl, don't act like that. Because they said you don't like to pay people, Nikki. Just run me my coins. That's all I need. I'm just saying. Nah, because Nikki, I know you ain't gonna let her shit up. Girl, Nikki, Megan 8 today now. Megan 8 today, girl. Now, we don't know what kind of numbers it's gonna do because Nikki went lying when she said your numbers ain't adding up. However, Megan, you did that today. So, Nikki, What is your answer? Girl, you can't sit back and say, oh, listen to Pink Friday #2. No, girl, that's old news, girl. This 2024. You got about a week and a half to 2 weeks for something to sit. And after that, it ain't no more relevant. Girl, we need a diss track. Girl, Nikki, what you doing? Girl, what? Because she eating right now. Megan is eating. I need you to come and get her. Come get her, girl. She getting you, sister, bitch. Orange shirt. She's getting you, sister, bitch. She's getting you, sister, bitch. Shout out to hashtag orange shirt. Can I get y'all to put some orange shirts in the chat for me, please? She get you, sister, bitch. She get you, sister, bitch. So many of you all had never seen the orange shirt video, and now that you've seen it, you know the context to that phrase right there. Anyway, I think we all win here because if this gives us more great music, as long as the good thing about female rap is female rap has always stayed just within the business. You put out a track, I put out a track, and we just can go back and forth like that. It never got to the level where some of their male counterparts got, where they took the shit, in real life. You got people being killed and gunned down and all of that stuff. So I'm just glad that with female rap, we don't have to get to that point. We could put out a good diss track and keep it moving. So if it's, if we can continue to get good music from the both of these women, we all win. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint, what's going on? All right. All right. So in other news, because we can keep going on, the Barbs. Barbs, don't come over here with your foolishness, the Barbs. Because I know some of y'all be in the bushes just like the raggedy ass beehive. Between the Barbs and the beehive, I don't know which one is more raggedy. Yours be doing a lot. In the words of my good sis, y'all do the most when the least will do. In the words of my good sis, Abby Reviews. So the woman that you see there is Alyssa Milano. Baby, listen. You talking about a bitch getting dragged and monkey stomped. This girl is getting drug. Listen, right now, Alyssa Milano needs to go and be admitted into the Lamar Odom rehab facility because the drug problems she got going on right now is through the roof. And when I say drug problems, she is getting drug up and down the internet streets. They are dragging you, Alyssa Milano. You are getting drugged. Girl, I don't know what to tell you. Why is she getting drugged? Because this woman she asked her followers and fans to help her pay for her son's youth baseball trip and set up a GoFundMe. Now the people are over here like, girl, Alyssa Milano, you are a whole ass actress. You make a lot of money according to the people. Well, I don't know how much money she make now because I ain't seen her in shit in the last 10 to 15 years. But that's just me. I ain't seen the woman in shit. But still, baby, you need to go out and get a job. But because she done set up a GoFundMe, she put it on her Twitter account talking about my son's baseball team is raising money for their Cooperstown trip. Any amount would be so greatly appreciated. You can read more about the team and make a donation here. And then she put a link to the GoFundMe. Now the people are saying, bitch, you're Alyssa Milano. Why the fuck you didn't make a sizable donation to your son's baseball team, you raggedy ass piece of shit? Even if not that, you got a whole lot of fucking Hollywood friends. Couldn't you go to your fucking Hollywood friends who make millions and millions of dollars, producers and executive producers and directors and all of the people down to the fucking Hollywood and ask them to donate to your fucking son? You asking us? We are poor as hell. Do you know what kind of economy we're in right now, Alyssa Milano? And your stinking ass is asking us for shit? Girl, go with God. Go with God. When the people started to dog walk her and hand out them good drug problems, when the people started to hand out these good drug problems to her, she then took to Twitter again. I'm sorry, X, whatever the fuck you're calling it today, to address the backlash over this GoFundMe. Uh, and she said on Twitter, quote, I'm getting media inquiries about whether I have financially contributed to my son's baseball team. I've paid for uniforms for the entire team and coaches, thrown birthday parties, and sponsor any kid who can't afford monthly dues. The kids also do fundraising themselves, car washes, movie nights, and many other fun things. Thank you all. Thank you to all who have contributed to the GoFundMe. You've made, you've made things easier for these boys and their families. End of quote. Girl, we ain't trying to hear all that, Alyssa. What we're trying to hear is, ma'am, you are well connected in Hollywood. You're connected to people with millions and millions and millions of dollars. So we looking at you like, bitch, get the fuck out of our face, because you could have went over to your friends and talked to about 2 or 3 good friends and came up with enough money to fund the whole baseball trip and more. Girl, get the fuck out of our face. You deserve all the drug problems that you're getting right now, okay? I'm just saying. You thought that was Shakira. Not that you thought that was Shakira. That is Alyssa Milano. Oh boy, not Shakira. I always say my favorite line from a Shakira song is "Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains." That's from her song "Whenever, Whatever." I'm sorry, it's "Whenever, Wherever." That's what it is. Whenever, wherever we're meant to be together, I'll be there and you'll be near. Why do I know a whole fucking Shakira song? That was like her first big song. The woman said, "Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with the mountains." Shakira. I wonder if she asked Shannon Doherty, right? I bet you she did go ask Shannon Doherty, because that bitch was going to look at you like, bitch, fuck you. Kiss my ass. Eat my ass, whore. Suck my ass, bitch. That's what Shannon Doherty go say to her. Girl, I don't have time. We don't have the money. We don't have it. We don't have anything for you, Alyssa Milano. We don't give a shit if your son team ever go to Cooperstown. Go with God. Go with God. You never heard that entire song? Listen, I just know, I don't know why I know that one line from that song, but I know there's a line that says, go look up the lyrics to Whenever, Wherever by Shakira. There's a line that says, "Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with the mountains." I don't know why that stuck out to me as a gay man. I shouldn't give a shit about breasts, whether they're big, small, humble, or whatever the fuck they is, or the confusion of them with mountains, but it stuck out to me. Lucky that my breasts are small and humble, so you don't confuse them with mountains. mm. Hasn't she ceremoniously had breast implants since then? Girl, let me move on. We don't care if they go in my Emmy reviews voice. We don't care. Alyssa, we don't care. In our Emmy reviews voice, we don't care. But Yana says she might be a bit tipsy, so don't pay her no mind. Yana, that's what you're supposed to be. This is prime time. Silly Saturday. You supposed to be tipsy. Girl, I'm trying to get to your level. Hopefully by the time I get to the palate cleansers, I'll be real tipsy, real thrown off. All right, so the man you see here is Hassan Minaj, not to be confused with Nicki Minaj, no relation. He's a real Minaj. He spells it correctly, Minhaj. Anyway, Hassan Minaj, he was almost a permanent host of the Daily Show. But now they said, yeah, bruh, you won't be getting it. According to Hollywood sources and reporting, they're saying that he would make up stories on the Daily Show. And when I say makeup, not we know the Daily Show does have a satirical, it's satire. It has a satirical aspect to it, but we're talking about just embellishing and making up stories as actual factual parts of the story. He would just make up as he went along. The Hollywood Reporter gave fans of the Daily Show an inside look at how when Jon Stewart said he was coming back, they did a whole expose on the Daily Show, and they talked to fans about how they felt about it and so forth. And Hassan Minaj, his name got came up. And so after Trevor Noah, said he was no longer going to be there, and they started looking for a new person, and they went around and around and around and around and around. We were rooting for Roy Woods and some other people. Hassan Minaj, and his name was really in the bid to be the permanent host. So the New Yorker was the first publication that put out information about the fact that he was embellishing stories, not only on the show but also in his stand-up specials. It started they People first started with the stand-up special. He had a stand-up special, and they started poking holes in some of the stories that he would tell in his stand-up special. And based on that, they started to look more closely at those times when he was on the Daily Show, and they started to find that he was basically making shit up and embellishing and things like that. So now they have completely taken him out of the running to be. I don't even know if they're gonna have him back on the show, on the Daily Show again. Girl, I'm I'm just saying, if you're gonna have these people on here, do your homework on these people. And then if you're gonna get the chance to be a host on the fucking Daily Show, you stinking ass piece of shit, don't fumble the goddamn ball, because this is all the ammunition that some of these fucking bigots and xenophobes and all of these people need to say, yeah, we don't need to give another brown person a chance to do this. We don't need to give someone of that descent a chance to do this again, because they might do like he did, because you end up becoming um the poster child for everybody in that entire ethnicity, which is unfortunate. But you know how the white people are. Baby, listen, we're rooting for everybody black at this point. I don't know what to tell you. We're gonna move on with life, because I'm rooting for everybody black. I don't know what to tell you. In pieces of shit news, because we oftentimes have to report on pieces of human excrement. Y'all's boy is in the news. Y'all's boy, Curtis, 50, is in the news. So 50 is being sued by Power 106 host Brianna Monaghan, because remember when he had that show and he threw that mic and bust her in the head. Yeah, he threw the mic off the stage and bust her in the goddamn head. And now she's suing him. And if you remember, we reported on that over here. And I said from the beginning, yeah, get your money, honey. Take him for everything he's worth. Because petty ass 50 is still over here trying to get $50,000 from fucking Tierra Marie. And let's be clear, 50 ain't hurting for money. $50,000 is not a lot of money for 50 cents. That's not a lot of money for 50 cents. It really was $30,000, but it became $50,000 because of the interest. $30,000 for 50 cents is a good shopping spree on the weekend. That's what that is for 50. Let's be clear. And probably not even the full shopping spree. He has that kind of money and more. So, knowing that he has all this kind of money, I'm saying, Brianna, get your coins. The woman said in her lawsuit that she suffered severe and permanent injuries. If you remember, he was performing on stage, and he realized that his mic wasn't working properly during his performance. That was back in August of last year. And so he threw it into the crowd and it bust the girl in the face, hit her right in the fucking head. And so she had to end up being transported to to a hospital in Los Angeles. She was treated for a concussion. She had forehead lacerations, and she said that she had pain in her left wrist afterward. Like, there are pictures of her. She got a whole ass gash in her fucking forehead. There's a whole hole in her forehead if you look at some of the pictures. I didn't want to show it up here because they're kind of graphic and YouTube might have a problem, but she got a whole hole and gash in her fucking forehead for where the mic hit her. Run that woman her money. Lady, listen, you should be asking for no less than 8 figures. I'm saying 15 to 20 million. That's my estimate. 15 to 20 million. Pain, suffering, loss of wages, the fact that you are permanently scarred and you are a beautiful woman and that might affect your ability to do the things that you want to do. Baby, take him for everything he's worth. Now, I want you to get a real good attorney. Listen, you're going to need a good one because 50 got a lot of money and he's going to get a real good attorney. Let's be clear. So, yeah. Now 50 is being the ain't shit piece of shit that he is. He done been on record saying, well, that's her fault because at the time she wasn't supposed to be in that restricted area anyway. So I don't even know how she ended up getting hit because she shouldn't have been in that. She wasn't supposed to be in that area anyway. Baby, it don't matter how the fuck she was in that area. You hit her ass, pay that woman her money. I'm just waiting for 50 Cent to get cast in the next installment of the King Kong the King Kong movies that they have going on, like King Kong versus Godzilla, Kong versus Godzilla, or Kong takes over Tokyo, or King Kong takes over Manhattan. I'm just waiting for them to have 50 Cent be a stunt double for King Kong in that movie. I'm just saying, I'm just waiting. If they ever make a real movie of the Donkey Kong, like the game, they're making movies out of video games nowadays, and so I figure they might make a Donkey Kong video game one of these good old days. So I figure 50 Cent will be first in line to play the lead part on a movie that they make off of the game. I mean, of the video game Donkey Kong. That's just me. Baby, get your money. She's a pretty girl. Girl, get your money. Get your money. I hope she get 15 to 20 million. I'm figuring somewhere between in the area of 15. On the if you want to go high, maybe up somewhere between 15 and 25 million. Or Planet of the Apes. Yeah. Like he could play Caesar's grandfather on Planet. They have that the main character Caesar on Planet of the Apes. He could play Caesar's grandfather or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Older brother or uncle or something like that to Caesar. Because he showed I'm just saying. Regina, you hit the nail right on the head. Get your money, girl. She had a whole hole in her head kissing my cheeks. A whole ass hole in her goddamn head. Girl, get your money. Get your money. In other news, as the world turns, this right here is y'all girl. I give her to y'all. I give her all to y'all. Why? Because this is y'all girl. Y'all girl, not mine. Anyway, Wendy Williams is in the news. So, radio personality Miss Jones went on the radio and gave what she said was an update on Wendy Williams and what's going on with her. So, according to Miss Jones, Wendy Williams has been moved to Florida by her to be closer to her family members. She said that from what she understands, or the knowledge that she has, the intel that she has, Wendy Williams is living in Florida now to be closer to family members. She said that she attempted to do a wellness check on Wendy, and at the request at the request of many of her viewers that wanted to know what was going on with Wendy. And she attempted to go to the apartment building where Wendy was living. And she was told by the employees that the employees, she said the employees told her, quote, "You're a couple months late." She moved. She said that's what the people at the apartment building said. Yeah, baby, you're a few months late. She moved. End quote. And she said after asking about the situation, that people said that she was recovering from her illness for a while, but eventually fell ill again. And that's what prompted the move to Florida. She alluded to there being some truth in previous reports that Wendy was being taken advantage of by people around her. And they was reporting on that back in last year. Back last year, they was reporting on her. Even her son, Kevin Hunter Jr., made allegations that several of her mother's team was several of his mother's teams, excuse me, were making decisions on her behalf that didn't, and he didn't believe that she would have made those decisions if she were in sound mind. All of that in the third, it is what it is. So according to Miss Jones, Wendy done got moved down to Florida by her family so she could be close to the family. We know that I know she has Graves' disease and I believe lymphedema. She has Graves' disease and lymphedema. Baby, I think that's all for the best. Go down there with your family, have the family take care of you. Nobody take care of as much as we may fuss and fight. Your family, when the chips, are down, your family gonna take care of you. So if she got moved down to Florida to be with family, baby, listen, go with God. We hope that you do better. We hope that you get better. I don't see a situation where she's ever back on television or ever back on radio, at least not in the near future. I shouldn't say ever, but maybe not in the near future. She may end up doing something like Joan Rivers did. Remember, Joan Rivers got much more popular in her older age before she died. And, she got a lot more notoriety and fame in her older age. I could see Wendy doing that, but she's going to have to take some time off and really, and that's only given the caveat of that being if her disease allows her to do that. Because sometimes with these diseases, it's, a downhill battle and you never really get better. So I just don't know. I'm not as familiar with lymphedema and Graves' disease to know what she got going on. But baby, listen, your time came, it went. You're a vile individual, Wendy. So a lot of people saying you got what you deserved because Wendy was vile for a lot of years. The woman was horrible. She was a horrible individual for decades. She was an awful individual. She was vile for many, many, many years. So it's a lot of people that ain't crying for her. A lot of people looking at her like, girl, whatever, keep it moving. Go with God. A lot of these young kids have this revisionist history because they only know the Wendy from the Wendy Williams TV show. They don't know the vile ass bitch that was about to get monkey stomped by a lot of people and get drugged by a lot of people. Child, Wendy Williams was a horrible individual, a horrible person for a lot of her life. So it ain't gonna be a whole lot of people mourning for her. Girl, we're moving on. Go with God. Go with God. Listen, I'm only bringing this up because when you're right as much as I am, you ain't got to brag about it, okay? When you're right as much as I am, you ain't got to brag about it. Did we not yesterday on Yesterday's Live? Did we not on yesterday's live break down how Lamar Whitehead should go to the family of the man that got gunned down, the man that robbed him and got gunned down, Mr. Leggett? We spent about, how long did we spend yesterday? About 20 minutes, y'all, breaking down how he needed to go to the family. We damn near did the whole eulogy for him. We gave the whole scripture that the eulogy should come from. Did we not say he should come from Malachi? Our scripture text for today will be coming from the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8, which says, "Will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me." And when I say you have robbed me, you robbed not God, but me in the man that is Bishop Lamar Whitehead. Girl, we broke down what he was gonna wear. We broke down what he was gonna donate to the family to put Mr. Leggett in so he could wear. It was about exactly, Tracy. It was about a good 15, 20 minutes. We broke down the whole sermon and the fact that he should go and ask the family to do the eulogy at this man's funeral because he owed it to the man, because the man is the only reason that we even know who a Lamar Whitehead is. We only know who a Lamar Whitehead is because of the man, Mr. Leggett, and his two friends that robbed him. So, girl, y'all should know how I felt when I woke up this morning. When I woke up early this morning, yeah, and I saw that there was a headline that I saw on one of the publications that I read that said, quote, "Bling Bishop Lamar Whitehead extends offer to eulogize at funeral of man who robbed him at gunpoint during live stream of church service." When you're right as much as I am, you don't have to brag about it. I told you these people be watching they be watching us. They don't want to admit that they watch us, but they be watching. They be watching us. Did we not? Y'all was here yesterday. Go back and look at yesterday's live. Y'all were here. Did we not break this all the way down yesterday in the live? Broke it all the way down. And now, when you're right as much as I am, 2024 is our year. Listen, this is our year over here, y'all, in 2024. We're going to do some things this year in 2024. Even leading up into 2024, have we not been breaking the stories before they break here? This is where you come. I keep telling y'all, this is where you come when news breaks over here. And then you find out about it afterwards or other outlets afterwards. But the news breaks over here. We know what we talk about over here. Just saying. Just saying. Little old L Teddy 27, little small minuscule channel. Only like I got y'all beautiful people that watch me, and I'm grateful for y'all beautiful people. But just know, this is where the stories break. I'm just saying. So the man want to go and do the eulogy down to Mr. Leggett, that's Shamar Leggett's funeral, because he was gunned down by U.S. Marshals on Wednesday, and now he asking to go do the funeral. Tracy, we still trying to get you to tell us who got the body. Who got the body? Where the body at? Who got the body? Because if the wrong person got the body, they ain't gonna look right. You know, when we go to the funeral, we supposed to go in there and look at the body and be like, "Oh, he looks so good. He looked just like he's sleeping. He looked like he's sleeping. He just sleeping." Baby, we already said we had Shaka was gonna come with her fan. I still ain't found my fan, y'all. I've been looking for my fan since yesterday, y'all. I don't know where my goddamn fan at. Anyway, we said Shaka was gonna come with the fan, and she was gonna sing "Going Up Yonder." Shaka was gonna sing "Anybody," because she gonna have that right amount of drugs and alcohol in her system where she might be able to perform and read the lyrics off the back of the fan. If anybody we are good, we are good. Oh, oh, I'm going up yonder. I'm going up yonder. I'm going up yonder to be with my Lord. Oh, oh. I'm just saying. The man's gonna start the eulogy saying, "Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me, and yeah, bruh, you have robbed me." This is where we come to break news. We went through all of this yesterday. I'm not gonna do that. We did. I'm not gonna go back through this, y'all. If you haven't seen yesterday's live, you need to go back and see yesterday's live because we had a whole 15-minute breakdown of how this is gonna go. We had a whole 15 to 20-minute breakdown of how this was gonna go. Yesterday's live. If you missed yesterday's live was epic, y'all. I'm telling you. We had an epic live yesterday. It was one for the record books yesterday. I'm telling you, yesterday's live was so hilarious, so funny, so fucking epic. I watched it back today and laughed my fucking ass off because it was epic. It was epic yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's live, you missed a good one. Go back and watch. Anyway, Lamont, sir, whatever monies that the Leggett family gives you, sir, I'll be expecting my 20%. I need 20% off the top. Bruh, run me my coins. Bishop Whitehead. Hey, Whitehead. I need my coins. Stop playing with a real G. I'm a real G, Whitehead. Because I am in the G corridor down to the Rainbow Coalition compound. So that does make me a real G. However, I'm a real G. Stop playing with a real G, Whitehead. Run me my coins. Because I know you was in my chat yesterday. I know you was in the bushes yesterday listening. Now, if you Tracy, I know that's your area. That's your beat, Tracy. If you go to this funeral and Bishop Whitehead starts that eulogy with the goddamn Malachi 3 and 8, I need you to roll up on him like Leggett did with a knife, gun, something. Say, run L3027 his motherfucking coins. I need you to go do that for me, Tracy. Okay, you got me, girl. Go get my coins. I need some of my coins. So that's the only reason we looking at Bishop Whitehead. Because when you're right as much as I am, you ain't got to brag about it. Anyway, in good news today, Sunkissed Tuna Man, Donald John, there was an adjudication in that second case with E. Jean Carroll. Now, E. Jean Carroll had already won a case against Donald Trump, and she was awarded money. And then after the adjudication in that first case, he came back out and still said that the woman was lying, that he never did anything, and started talking about this woman again. And she said, oh, you think it's a game? And took him back to court. And so now Donald John has to now pay this woman $83.3 million. And that's according to the jury. The jury in this case said that Donald John has to pay that woman $83.3 million in damages. Girl, what? And like I said, this was the second time that he was that E. Jean Carroll was awarded millions of dollars in damages from Donald John. Run that woman her coins. You got anything else to say? Hey, Donald John. Listen, if I'm a reporter, listen, I am on this beat. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm a reporter, I go stick the microphone right in this bitch face. Hey, bitch. You got anything else to say? You know, what do you feel about E. Jean Carroll? Do you think she's telling the truth? Talk to me about it, John. Donald John, talk to me. Do you feel like this was fair? What do you have to say about Miss Carroll? How do you feel about her? How do you feel about them saying that you're guilty of sexually assaulting her? How do you feel? You have any words? Because I promise you, sir, at the moment that you utter any words about that woman, she's going to have a third case because you ain't going to be happy till that woman run all her coins, run all your coins. She's going to run all your coins. She's going to run all your coins, sir. You ain't going to be happy till she run all your coins. He trying to get the GOP to pay for it. I don't know. And if the GOP is stupid enough to pay for it, well, you know they are stupid enough when it comes to him. Run that woman her coins. E. Jean Carroll, keep your foot on his motherfucking neck. Keep your goddamn foot on his goddamn neck. Fuck him and fuck his life. Moving on. Go with God. Pay that woman her money. So y'all may not. Some of y'all, a lot of y'all may not know who that is. The dark skinned one with the bald head, that's Raheem Shabazz. The lighter skinned one with the blonde little hair or whatnot, that's his boo thing. Elijah Zane. They are porn skanks in the gay porn industry. So they do porn. And Elijah Zane just won shout out to Tracy who sent me this story. It was sent to me. Well, it came across my timeline, I should say. And I just passed it by, but Tracy sent it to me. But he's been awarded the award of Performer of the Year at the 2024 Gay VN Awards. Now, you know, the traditional porn awards are the AVN Awards. That's the big porn awards that all of the porn skanks and porn stars, they win their awards at the AVN Awards. But for gay porn, they have an award show called the Gay VN Awards. And so he won Performer of the Year. He's only the third black male to win the award. It's been called the Oscars for gay porn, I guess you would call it. And they started back in 1998, but he's only the third black male to ever win the award. I guess we should celebrate him. First of all, let me tell you something, Raheem. Where's Xavier? Where's Harold when I need them? Xavier and Harold, come to the whiteboard. Now watch they somewhere skipping my class. Watch Xavier and Harold be skipping my class. Where's Xavier? Where Harold? Xavier and Harold, come to the whiteboard. Come up to the board. Now watch these hoes be skipping my class. Like I said, I'll let y'all celebrate him. Hey, Just Patches. But listen, every time I see Raheem in a picture with Elijah, I have to think back to my boy Leon and how you did Leon wrong. We don't even know who you are. Raheem Shabazz's career was jump started because of Leon Red. Leon Red, Harold, you know who that is. Don't act like that, Harold. Harold talking about he don't know that man. Oh, you know him, Harold. Oh, you know him. I can't never root for you because until you do right by Leon, nothing you do gonna succeed, even though he just won the fucking Performer of the Year for the Gay VN. But he did Leon wrong. I'm never gonna forgive him for what he did to Leon. Now that's for those of us in the gay circles. Leon was the one who put us on to Raheem Shabazz. Nobody knew who Raheem Shabazz was without Leon Red. People thought that they were dating or a couple or whatever because they used to just be with each other. They used to be fucking when Raheem used to have the mask on in the porn. And the first time we ever saw Raheem's face was with Leon. They were still fucking. And then when Raheem finally showed his face, he would do porn with Leon. And we just knew they called themselves bros or brothers or friends, but we knew they was in a relationship. In comes like a couple years after that, Elijah came over for a weekend and the bitch never left. That young man you see there next to him, Elijah, came over for a weekend and never left. And they've been together since then. And fucking Leon got pushed out the goddamn house. I said, how the fuck? Justice for Leon. Justice for goddamn Leon. Congratulations, Raheem. I'm not gonna lie. Raheem put out a lot of content. The man be over there working. He always in Brazil working with all of the people in the Brazil. Now, you let the right people talk to you. They say he's in cahoots with the cartel down in Brazil because the people say that the porn industry in Brazil is run by the drug cartel and they have their hands in everything that is porn down in Brazil. And that's how Raheem got in, and that he has connections with the drug cartel down in Brazil. It's a whole, if you talk to the right people, they'll tell you a whole lot of stuff about Raheem. I'm just congratulations, Raheem. He's like I said, he's only the third black male ever to win the award, Performer of the Year at the 2024 Gavy Ends. Congratulations, sir. But still justice for Leon. Vovo, I'm still here for Leon because they did my boy Leon wrong. You over there laughing, just Patches. Patches, you done seen Raheem work? Patches. Have you seen Raheem's work? Have you seen his content? I'm just wondering out if you seen the man content. He got, if y'all want to know, yes, Raheem has a really big, long dick. He got a real big, long piece of meat. And the thing about Raheem is he get all of the people who say they tops to bottom for him. So he's versatile himself, but he be getting all the tops to bottom for him. Just gonna highlight that Patches said he might have seen the content of one Mr. Raheem Shabbat. Now I'm just gonna put it out there. But he got a real nice long peen. He be digging people out. And he get dug out. There you have it. I think he popped up on Twitter. I had access to You'll tell me anything. Patches. Don't tell nobody. Patches, this is your time to just be silent. You're not supposed to tell people that. You're supposed to keep up, hold up the, listen, I like the cooter sign. You got to hold up the bloodstained banner. I'm just joking, Patches. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I think that it is more than appropriate to now have our sugar spike moment.
Oh, God.
Wow!
You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So love now, I want to fight. Daddy gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And
wow!
shall ever believe.
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
I bring to you your sugar spike moments. So, in our first sugar spike segment, listen. Raggedy ass people in this goddamn country. Y'all got a lot going on in these yet to be United States of America. So here's the story. A statue of Jackie Robinson has been stolen from a baseball stadium for kids, okay? At a youth baseball facility. They had a bronze statue of Jackie Robinson that you see on the left, and some rat-ass bastards stole it, and what you see on the right is what's left. Let me read this to you. A statue honoring baseball icon Jackie Robinson was stolen from outside a youth baseball facility in Kansas this week, and cops are now searching for the scumbags who ran off with it. Local police shared surveillance footage of the heist that went down at League 42's McAdams Park in Wichita, Kansas, early Thursday morning. It appears to show someone cut someone cutting the Jackie Robinson tribute at the ankles. They then put it in the back of a truck and then they fled the scene. Just fucking human waste and excrement. I mean, just human excrement. But this is white America. This is white America. This ain't even the word. You know, stuff like this, you normally say is crackheads, bases, and crackheads do stuff. You know, if you have a lot of businesses succumb to baseheads and crackheads that'll take like the copper piping and copper off of your air conditioning vent and take that down to, you know, one of the local shops that'll sell them, that they could sell, or one of the local dumps and stuff like that where they could sell the copper and get money for it and go buy their next hit. This ain't that. That took some time for these fucking pieces of human excrement to sit there and cut down this bronze statue of Jackie Robinson. First of all, you know how much these statues cost? They're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And so you knew what you were doing. You were well versed on this was Jackie Robinson. You knew what this statue meant. You knew what it was a symbol of, and you wanted to denigrate the legacy of this man. You wanted to poke fear in the hearts of people who attend this stadium. I hope that they've set up. You talk about Alyssa Milano setting up a GoFundMe. I hope this youth baseball. This is where we should have set up a GoFundMe for youth baseball, for Pop Warner youth baseball league. I hope they set up a GoFundMe and make a bigger statue, one that's 3 times the size as the one that they had before, because the people who did this don't deserve the honor of there not being a Jackie Robinson statue. What you say, Bovo? Pulling yourself up from the bootstraps. It's different, child. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. In more news, you know, where's Harold? Harold. Somebody go tap Harold. He's sleep. You know, Harold be sleeping in class. Tracy, can you go over there and tap Harold on the shoulder and wake him up? Because he always sleep. Spicy Original, can you go over there and tap Harold? Please go tap Harold. One of my members, go tap Harold and tell him I need him to the whiteboard again. I need him to come back to the whiteboard. Just Patches, go tap your boy Harold and tell him to come back to the whiteboard. Harold, I need you to go talk to the lesbian in chief down to the Arizona, Governor Kay Ivey, and tell her that torture is not legal in these yet to be United States of America. So in the great Harold, you are from Mobile, not mobile, but Mobile. Because when you from there, it's Mobile, even though it's spelled like mobile, it's still Mobile. Now, there was an execution that happened last night. This is the man you see there is Kenneth Eugene Smith. He was executed last night in the great state of Alabama. And this was the first time in this country that the use of nitrogen hypoxia was used. Now, it was greenlit and said that it could be used. However, not a single state in the country chose to utilize it because all of the data, all of the research said that it was too gruesome. It was too much. It even though the people who made it sold it as if it was sold on saying that, oh, when we put the nitrogen hypoxia, they strap the person down, they put a mask on them, and then the nitrogen, pure nitrogen hypoxia gas comes through, which is supposed to within 30 seconds put them make them unconscious, and then within a matter of a few minutes they're supposed to be asleep. However, medical experts, the United Nations has also been involved with this, saying that this is cruel and unusual punishment and a violation of UN rules and regulations. So the the um the um the man who was the religious, I guess you say the pastor of Mr. Smith was there, his family was there. This took 22 minutes, and they said for the majority of the 22 minutes the man was convulsing, the man was gasping for air, the man was kicking, and even though he was tied down, his body was jerking. It seemed to be extreme pain and torture to the man. It took 22 minutes for him to finally die and succumb to this execution, which is not what execution is supposed to be about. Governor Kay Ivey then afterwards said, oh, we had a successful execution, and this is the green light for more executions like this to come. She then went on and started to say that this should be the example to other states that this is possible in the United States. That's what your dyke in chief, Kay Ivey, had to say. And you had a man being tortured to death. So much so, the United Nations has stepped in and said that this is a violation. But your president, Joseph Robinette, is silent on the issue. The Justice Department, silent on the issue. We got whole ass torture going on. I should also tell you that there are several states, like corporal punishment in this country over the last 10 years has been amped up. We were at a point maybe about 20 years ago where there was corporal punishment, or and when I should say not corporal but capital punishment was frowned upon, or being frowned upon in a lot of states, and a lot of states was doing away with a lot of capital punishment. The electric chair in a lot of places was done away with. In the last 5 to 8 years, we have gone backwards, and now we're back to capital punishments. Many states have reinstated firing squads. Oh yes, I believe it was the state of Tennessee or Kentucky. One of them reenacted hanging. Yes, you heard me correctly. Reinstituted hangings as a form of capital punishment. So we got firing squads back on the table. We have hangings back on the table. And now we have people violently being suffocated and choked to death for 22 plus minutes. Also, in some of the literature and some of the warnings from the medical community, they talked about if you use this hydrogen gas, just because you have a mask on him, that hydrogen gas could seep into the air in the room and could have adverse effects on the correctional officers in the room. Ask the dyke in chief if she gives a shit. Kay Ivy, I feel it appropriate at this moment for me to play this. Here you go.
America presents Real Women of Politics.
Real women of politics.
Today we salute all the real woman leaders of this great country.
Real women don't have to fake it.
Real women doing real things.
Real women work too hard for this.
Some big companies can't tell the difference between real and fake anymore.
Real people know the difference.
That's why we're introducing the Real Women of Politics koozie.
Real women of politics.
Now, you can salute the real women of politics at every backyard barbecue and tailgate. And if it covers up the label of a big woke company, well, that works too.
Real women of politics.
Order your Real Women of Politics koozie today.
I couldn't resist the urge to play our Real Women of Politics commercial because Kay Ivy is one of the people you see featured there. Just a fucking mess. Hey, Ravine. Just a goddamn mess. I got to move on because I might spike out. And I go from one. We have an update. Now, y'all know we just reported on this. I believe Monday it was. We reported on this. So we have an update to this story. So, update to the story on our boy Daryl George. Y'all know I had a whole meltdown earlier this week. I believe it was Monday on the story of Daryl George and the fact that we're almost in February and he's been robbed of an education for at this point, we're over halfway through the school year. So here's the update. A judge on Wednesday ordered a trial to be held on February 22nd to determine if Barbers Hill Independent School District violated Texas's Crown Act when it punished Daryl George about the length of his dreadlocks. So that is our update. There has been a date set for the trial to determine whether or not there is there's no way I see them ruling that it wasn't a clear-cut violation of the Crown Act. And the fact that the superintendent of that school still has a job today is a travesty of justice. The real travesty of justice here is the fact that the superintendent of Barbers Hill Independent School District still has a job, and that would be Mr. Greg Poole. The fact that he still has a job. Remember, we reported on him doing a full-page story justifying why he could be discriminatory and bigoted toward this black boy in the face of a whole law being enacted in September of last year. If you want to know more about that case, you can go watch my video from last Monday. I just wanted to give you an update. So there is hopefully some light at the end of the tunnel where we do have a date for that trial, and it's February 22nd. Y'all know I'm going to keep you posted and keep you updated on everything dealing with that trial, dealing with that case. And if you listen, you can go pull it up. If you read the actual full page ad, Tracy, did you read the ad? If you read that full page ad, it is infuriating. It is absolutely infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. So I just wanted to bring y'all that update. So hopefully we have some light at the end of the tunnel for our boy Daryl George, because this is a travesty of justice. The fact that all black attorneys across America have not descended upon the greater Houston area to help defend this young man who's been robbed of an education since August. That's a problem for me. I'll be in Houston next week. Moving on. Hey, Niecy, what's good, Nay? What's good, Nay? In more sugar spiky stories. Um, listen, this story is, dear God. So I'm not gonna even read the headline. I'm just gonna read the article and let you all spike the fuck out like I did when I read the article. Here's the article. A New York man is slamming. This is New York once again. This is Tracy's area. Y'all notice lately we've had a lot of stories out of the greater New York area. Tracy and her people up there in the New York area. Yeah, y'all see what they got going on. Sugar spikes all over the goddamn place. Anyway, let me read the article. A New York man is slamming officers from the White Plains Police Department for handcuffing his teenage daughter when she reached out to them for help during a mental health crisis. Clifton Moody's daughter called the police to her building last Saturday, January 20th, while having a panic attack. During a panic attack, an individual may experience shortness of breath, fast heartbeat, chest pain, or intense feeling of danger, according to the Mayo Clinic. The teenager also called her father for help, and when he got to the lobby of the apartment, he saw that she was placed in handcuffs. He then proceeded to take video of what was going on. And according to the video that he took, it shows his child sitting on the ground with officers hovering over her. The father, Clifton Moody, went on to say, quote, "There's no reason why y'all should be tackling a 13-year-old. End of quote. This is what he says on the video while his daughter was crouched down in the corner of the room with a hoodie over her head. Moody goes on to say that they handled the situation improperly and were overly aggressive. He also said to news outlets, quote, "If someone is having a mental episode, why would you want to put them in handcuffs? And if you are restraining them, why are you tackling them and you holding them in a position?" End of quote. The father told local news outlets that his daughter, who has been grappling with anxiety and self-harm, initially ran away from the officers when they got to the scene. Her fearful reaction stemmed from an encounter with one of the responding officers last month. Quote, "When she saw a cop that was there, it kind of triggered her and she didn't want to talk. So she went the other way." End of quote. That's what the father said. According to the reports, police said they handcuffed the 8th grader for safety reasons and that the incident is under investigation. Moody, that's the father, says his daughter is injured and is now walking in crutches. He sent news stations a photo of his daughter's foot in a cast. He went on to say to news outlets, quote, "There's no reason for a 13-year-old to be coming back with a fractured foot or fractured anything when you're 13, especially when you got 2 adult cops on the scene. They should be able to handle that." End of quote. The police did not arrest the 13-year-old, but the father has since filed a complaint. The daughter called the police because she was having a medical episode, and they proceeded to handcuff her and tackle her to the ground. Grown ass men tackling a 13-year-old girl to the ground. So much so, it caused her to have injuries. Her foot is in a cast. She's wearing crutches because of the injuries she received from officers who attacked her when she called the officers because she needed help. This is what y'all got going on in these yet to be United States of America. This is what y'all got going on. This is why I come up here and I preach every day that we need a full scale overhaul of everything we know to be the criminal justice system and law enforcement. A full fledged overhaul to everything we know about the criminal justice system and policing in these yet to be United States of America. I got to move on before I get triggered. In other pieces of shit news, that is Matt Gaetz. I actually went to college with that young man. So the United States House of Representatives have finally decided that it's time to do an investigation on an alleged sex trafficker that is sitting in the halls of Congress making decisions and enacting laws for you and I to follow. And he's a known alleged sex trafficker. Some of the women alleged to have been trafficked were under the age of 18, if you should need him. Let me read this to you. New witnesses have emerged to testify against Florida Representative Matt Gaetz, bolstering the ongoing sex trafficking investigation against the conservative brought on by the House Ethics Committee. The Republican, who has an extensive anti-LGBTQ plus record, is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old. Is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old. Let me say it with a third time. Is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old who he allegedly paid to travel with him. ABC News reports that multiple new witnesses have been contacted, including Joel Greenberg, a previous close friend of Matt Gaetz, who agreed to provide, quote, substantial assistance, end quote, to prosecutors. Now, if you remember, we first reported on this when it first came out. I believe that was back in 2022 when we first reported. It was either 2022 or early last year, but we did a whole expose on Matt Gaetz and these allegations, and we talked extensively about Joel Greenberg and the information that he knew surrounding the allegations against Matt Gaetz. Let me continue with the article. Greenberg was sentenced to 11 years in prison in May of 2021 after pleading guilty to federal charges of wire fraud and sex trafficking a minor. He admitted to introducing the girl to other adult men to have sex with her while she was underage. An investigation into the Florida Republican was first launched in 2021, with the House Ethics Committee stating that Matt Gaetz may have engaged in sexual misconduct and or illicit drug use, shared inappropriate images or videos on the House floor, misused state identification records, converted campaign funds into personal use, and or accepted a bribe, improper gratuity, or impermissible gift in violation of House rules, laws, or other ethics standards. End of quote. But y'all chose to throw out Representative John Doe, George Santos, and y'all still allow this fucktard, this piece of shit, to sit in the halls of Congress. Please be clear. It was Matt Gaetz and his band of merry fucktards that were the reason that Kevin McCarthy is no longer the House, the Speaker of the House. It was Matt Gaetz that led that charge. He's the one that put the motion on the floor that led to Kevin McCarthy no longer being the Speaker of the House. This man who has all of these allegations against him. Him. This is what y'all got going on. This is what we let go on in these yet to be United States of America. Hey, Quintessential, my love. But they want to talk about Hunter Biden and all of these other people. These people are known felons, known criminals that you allow to wear a lapel pin and sit in the halls of Congress. That fucktard. Let me move on because I feel triggers coming on. Let me move on. Hey, Quintessential. Matt Gaetz is from Florida. He went to Florida State with me. He's a fucktard from North Florida. He's from the Panhandle. He represents an area in the Panhandle. He went to school with Funky Deneva as well. Yes, he did. We all went to Florida State together. Anyway, I haven't eaten any snacks, but I just went and bought I ate that other pack, but I just went and bought a new pack. Quintessential. So I got a new pack of Red Velvet Chips Ahoy's because I'm on them now. I'm back on the Red Velvet Chips Ahoy's Quintessential, just so you know it. I've been through like 2 packs this week. Don't judge me. We're back in Kornaki's Corner, where we'll each Silly Saturday be focusing in on a state and some of the races going on in that state because we are in an election year. And Steve Kornacki, you know, wears those khaki pants when he goes to the big board. And so we're paying homage to Steve Kornacki's khakis. And so we're calling this segment Kornacki's Khakis Corner. He was a freshman, I believe. He was a freshman, I believe, when I was a senior. So he didn't have a whole lot going on while I was there. We're traveling to the great state of Missouri, the show me state. Missouri has gubernatorial elections this year, and we're going to highlight the gubernatorial elections today. This is how they fared in the 2020 presidential election. You'll see they basically have only 3 blue areas, which are the major metropolitan areas. St. Louis, Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, and Kansas City, Missouri. Springfield is also a large area, but that area is mainly went red. So that's what the map looks like in the great state of Missouri. These are the primaries in Missouri are in August. It's on August 6th. The primaries for the great state of Missouri, if you live in Missouri, your primary is on August 6th. These are the Democratic candidates for governor. These are the Democratic candidates for governor. There's no, I did go and search. There's no outright front runner yet. We still have a lot of time between now and August. So a front runner may emerge, but at this time, there's no clear front runner on the for the Democratic side of the primary ticket. On the Republican side, these are the candidates for the Republican primary. Mike Kehoe is the front runner at this time. Mike Kehoe is the front runner at this time. He is, I believe he's the sitting lieutenant governor, if I'm not mistaken. These are the and this is a state where they also have elections for lieutenant governor. Some states, the governor and lieutenant run on the same ticket. In other states, you elect both the governor and you elect the lieutenant governor. So these are the candidates, the Democratic candidates for the primary in for the lieutenant governor on the Democratic side, and these are the candidates for lieutenant governor on the Republican side. Philip Coltrane has the is the front runner right now, but a lot can change between now and August. Just wanted to give you that information. Those of you in the greater Missouri area, we're not rooting for anybody that's Republican. Just know that. So do your homework. If you need more help with that, you can always send me an email or a DM, and if you want some more insights into what candidates you have going on and making decisions there, or information on candidates, I should say. All right. It's time for our video breakdown. We have one video today for our video breakdown. It made me chuckle, so I'll play it for you now.
Oh, my skin peeling. Look, imagine in the 1960s, you are participating in the sit-ins, and then you put your life on the line, you risk it all, you go to jail, you go through all this stuff, and then finally it's desegregated and you get seated to be served for the first time and be like, man, this shit was trash. This what we putting our life on the line for? Hold on.
Well, I'm gonna do what the Spirit says do. And what the Spirit says do, I'm gonna do.
When I was finally served at that counter, I thought it was by far one of the lousiest meals I ever had. And I asked myself the question, is this what I put my life on the line for? But remember, it wasn't about food, it was about being treated as a fellow human being.
Rick said, this what I put my this bland ass shit.
You know, this I love this video because I never even considered or thought of that. Like, think about it. You over there getting stuff thrown at you, getting physically attacked, getting arrested, and all of this stuff to go down and have the opportunity to sit at these white people establishment, only for you to sit your ass down and taste this food and be like, the fuck is this bullshit? Like, what is this raggedy ass shit? What is this? What are these raisins in your fucking potato salad for? It made me laugh, and I don't mean to laugh at our ancestors and those people whose shoulders we stand on, because they endured a lot. Our predecessors and those people who stood in the gap for us endured a lot. But I'm glad we finally had one of them that told the truth and said, what the fuck is this bullshit? Bruh, we going through all of this for this nasty ass food. I found that video very funny, y'all. It really made me chuckle, y'all. Listen, cause I never thought about that. That's an angle. Oh Lord. Yeah, I never thought about. All right. So that was our video breakdown of the day. Our video breakdown. So another one of our news segments. This is our news segment called Make You Want to Slap Your Mama. And this is where we visit two cities and we find the best eating spots. We get our Keith Lee on and we find what are some of the best eating spots in those respective areas. Right now we are on our soul food tip. So the two cities right now we're on our soul food tip. So the cities that we're looking at now, we're looking for the best soul food spots in this area. Shout out to y'all, because after last Silly Saturday, many of you all sent me suggestions of places in cities that you stay in, about places. Say, hey, El Teddy, when you do this city, here's a spot that you want to do. I appreciate that. Please continue to send me those locations, and hopefully they'll be spotlighted um in our segment. Last week, I forgot. I know we did Memphis last week, and I think we did St. Louis, Missouri. I think we did St. Louis, Missouri, and I think we did, or was it Kansas City? It was either Kansas City or St. Louis. We did last week, but I know we did Memphis. I know we did Memphis. Our first spot this week, drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Our first spot this week is Phoenix, Arizona. We'll be visiting a spot named Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food. So if you go to Phoenix, Arizona, according to my research, one of the spots that you want to go to for some good soul food is Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food. Uh that on the top right is a picture of the place. It looks about right. Cause listen, for my soul food spot, I don't want it to be all nice, big, and posh, and look like it's well. There needs to be a certain grit to a good soul food spot. I'm just saying. You see the sign there, Off the Hook. There's some of the plates that I found as I was looking. So they say if you in Phoenix, Arizona, the spot that you need to visit is Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food. I'm just saying. Where's Jason? Now, Jason, Arizona is your beat. Have you somebody go find Jason and tell Jason to come to the whiteboard? Jason, come over to the whiteboard. Have you been here before, Jason? I'm just saying. That's where they say you need to go. Let me give you the name again. It is Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food down to Phoenix, Arizona. All right. Our second location is, drum roll, please, Minneapolis, Minnesota. Now, this is Cam's area. Mama Sheila's House of Soul. Now, this is a very famous soul food spot. Lot of politicians, black politicians, artists, and entertainers, if they go to Minneapolis for soul food, they go to Mama Sheila's. It was a favorite spot of Prince for soul food. You name it, if they went to Minneapolis, Janet talked about going to this. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis talked about going to this spot. I heard even Anita Baker even talked about this spot. So this is a very famous spot for soul food in the greater Minneapolis, Minnesota area. Those are some of the pictures, and you'll see there, and when you go there, if you look at the top right, they show the inside of the restaurant. You'll see pictures lining the walls of all of the famous people who have been there. The hood of the restaurant, the good of the restaurant. That's true. Those are some of the plates there. If you're a soul food restaurant and you ain't got no good collard greens, you could just throw yourself out the window. The hallmark of a good soul food restaurant, you got to have some good collard greens and cornbread, and you got to have some good macaroni and cheese. Those are two things. If there's anything I'm missing that a good soul food restaurant got to have, put it in the chat. What does a good soul food, what's a must have in terms of food for a good soul food restaurant? In my eyes, for a good soul food restaurant, you better have some good greens. You better have some good with cornbread, of course, because you got to have cornbread with your collard greens. You better have some good greens, and you better have some good cornbread to go with them greens. You better have some sickening macaroni and cheese. If that mac and cheese ain't good and them greens ain't good, you ain't got no good soul food restaurant. Hey, tacos and tequila. Tacos and tequila say you got to have good sweet tea and good peach cobbler. Listen, pound cake too. Now, pound cake is, good pound cake is hard to come by. Harold say, Harold is from Alabama. Harold knows some good soul food. If anybody know good soul food, it's people from the South. They know good soul food. Harold say mac and cheese. You gotta, if you ain't got no good bussin' ass baked macaroni and cheese, I don't have time for it. A good cornbread, because if you haven't mastered that, you don't have it. China white, you better tell the people. Because if we eating some collard greens, we need some cornbread with our goddamn collard greens. That's how black people are. Got to have some goddamn collard greens with our goddamn cornbread. Stop playing with us. I'm just saying. Anything else we need at a good soul food restaurant? What do we have to have at a good soul food restaurant? Here, I ain't got nothing else left in this damn cup. I probably shouldn't fix me another one since I got to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, so those are the two spots. One of my best friends still mashes her cornbread up in her greens and eats it with her hand. Wow. I went to this place in Kentucky and they had some cabbage. Cabbage is important too. Like, listen, now Really B will tell you she makes some good That's Really B's dish. If y'all know Really B, she make that's her dish. Cabbage is Really B's dish. That's what she makes. I love me some good cabbage. I love some. If you could make me some good cabbage. And when you make cabbage, you have to have the right frequency of crunchy versus soft. I don't want it too crunchy, but I don't want it too soft either. So you got to know the right frequency between your crunchy and your soft when it comes to the cabbage. For me, I'm just saying. Mashed potatoes with gravy, Complex. Hey, Complex 613. You say mashed potatoes with gravy. Okay. The gravy is real important. Real important. But for that cabbage, baby, I need to know. If you know what you're doing, you're going to have the right amount of crunchy versus soft in your good cabbage. We probably eat cornbread and greens with our hands. Are you saying you eat with your hands? Harold, when I come in March to Alabama, you better not eat that cabbage with your hands. I'm just telling you now, Harold. You better not be talking about, I'm eating my cabbage with my hands. Harold. I'm just saying. You eat your collard greens with rice? Okay. I know a lot of people who eat their collard greens with rice. I need to have it a little bit to it, and it had a spicy kick to it. Well, black people gonna add some hot sauce to what they got. Listen, black people gonna add some hot sauce. A real soul food restaurant already have the hot sauce on the table. They have pepper, salt, pepper, and hot sauce on every table. You at a real soul food restaurant, you don't have to ask for hot sauce. It's already on the table. I'm just saying. If you go to a real soul food restaurant, it has salt, pepper, and hot sauce already on the table. You ain't got to ask for no goddamn hot sauce because you know black people want some. I personally don't eat hot sauce, but I know a lot of people who do. Everybody I know who do. I don't like spicy stuff, so I'm not here for hot sauce. You used to eat with your hands when you was a little boy. Harold, we don't have to know that. You're grown now. You have pubic hairs now. You ain't got to tell us what you did back in the day. You got pubes now. You have more couth than that. Yams and meat. Okay. Now I know what I'm eating tomorrow. You eating cornbread and collard greens tomorrow, China White? Ciao. Anyway, let's move on to another newer segment that we have. This is our lyrically speaking section. Now, our segment, lyrically speaking, this week, the cornbread and greens. Okay. I ain't know, child. I was just trying to find out, child. I was trying to find out. All of the ones this week come from male R&B groups. All of the questions in our lyrically speaking segment this week come from R&B groups, okay? Male R&B groups, okay? Not female R&B groups. So every single one this week comes from male R&B groups. Montrez, come to the whiteboard, Montrez. Are you here, Montrez? Come to the whiteboard, Montrez, if you are here. Where's my boy Montrez? Because I look to you, Montrez, to give me hope for my Gen Zers and my late millennials. Harold ain't gonna never get none. Harold showed us last week he ain't gonna never get none of these. If you're looking for Harold to get one, he's not gonna get none. The over under for Harold is 2. Is he gonna go over 2 or under 2? I'm going under for Harold this week. The over under for Harold is 2. He's gonna go under. I'm saying he's not gonna get more than 1. I'm telling you, this week is all I made sure. All of the ones this week are going to be male R&B groups. So get that in your mind now. So Jeff, it ain't no hope for him. Ain't no song. If it ain't Beyonce, So Jeff don't know. All he know is So Jeff. You did pretty well. Let's see, Harold. Now this first one, everybody should get. This gonna be the only one Harold gonna get. If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? And why does she do what? If it isn't love, why do I feel this way? And why does she do what? Go ahead. Now, if you don't get this one, Harold, this is the easiest one. I don't know what to tell you, Harold. If you can't get this one, you ain't gonna get none of them. Everybody got it. Where's Harold? Oh, God, Harold. Why does she stay on my mind? Thank you. I see. I did. This is for you, Harold. I knew you could get this one. Where's Montrez skipping class or sleep in the back of class? Why does she stay on my mind? The answer is why does she stay on my mind? That is correct. I listen. When we get to the end of this thing, I give somebody a $20 cash app if you can come on live and do the whole dance on live. If you could come on live and do the whole dance on live, I will give you a $20 cash app. If you could do the whole dance, I'm just saying. We were 5 steps from eternity, 4 steps from love, and 3 wishes from what? We were 5 steps from eternity, 4 steps from past love, and 3 wishes from what? Harold, you might get this one. I have faith in you, Harold. You got this one, Harold. Harold, you got this one. You got this. I know you got this one, Harold. Come on now. Somebody got to have this one. Thank you, Tracy. Touching the heavens above. Touching the heavens above. You got to know 5 steps by Drew Hill. You got to know 5. That's probably one of their best songs. 5 steps. We were 5 steps from eternity. We were 4 steps 4 steps past love and 3 wishes. We were 3 wishes. Oh, ooh, 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 from touching the heavens above. Everybody knows that except you, Harold. Harold, I thought that was an easy one. 5 Steps is a very popular song by Drew Hill. A very popular song. According to Jagged Edge, you should never want to be with a man if he can't be a man and do what? I will give you that one, Montrez. That was close enough, Montrez. That is from Jagged Edge. He can't love you. He can't love you like I love you. Come on now. Oh, you knew that with Harold. If he can't be a man and do the things to you like I do. If he can't be a man and do the things to you like I do. That's my favorite Jagged Edge song. That is my favorite song by Jagged Edge. Lovely 31 Blueprint. You say that's your song? That's your song, bitch. All right. We learned from 112. Thinking of you makes me feel like what? Now, if you don't know this one, Harold. This is a famous song, Harold. You gotta know this. 112 told us that thinking of you makes me feel like what? Harold, I have faith in you. Come on, Harold. You got this, Harold. This is a very famous song, Harold. Oh, Harold. That's not Peaches and Cream. Come on, y'all. Where do I go? What do I do? Am I the only one for you? Thinking of you makes me feel like I'm the only one for you. Uh, 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 oh, yeah. Come on now. Thinking of you makes me feel like I'm the only one for you. Come on now. This is Only You with Biggie. 112 where the players dwell. That was a bop. That was a whole bop. Listen. That was a whole situation when this song used to come on in the club. Cha. Today is a special day, not just any day, because what? According to Tony. Now you got to know this, Harold. Harold. Today is a special day, not just any day. Because what? Oh, boy. No. Right song, but that's not the line. That's the right song, but that's not the line. That's not the line. The line go, today is a special day, not just any day, because you can have everything you want your way. Tell your supervisor you're leaving early today, and I could be taking for the rest of your day, girl. Y'all got to know that song. Come on now, cause you can have everything you want your way. Come on, China White. That's my song. Ciao. Ooh, I love me some Tony. Raphael Sadiq could kind of do no wrong for me. I love Raphael Sadiq and Tony. Ciao. That was not a trick question. Tacos and tequila. I told you we're doing all male R&B groups. This person was asked if they ever dreamt of candy coated raindrops. Now y'all gotta have this one. Y'all got to know this one. Y'all got to know this one. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. This person was asked if they ever dreamt of candy coated raindrops. My love, thank you. God, like pulling teeth. God. All right, we got that one. Thank you, God. That's so for real. Let's go to the mall. I'll pick you up around when. Now, this is a hard one. This is a real hard one. This is I'm expecting nobody to get this one. If you get this one, then you're a real one. You know your 90s R&B groups. And we talked about the person, one of the people in this group earlier in this live. We talked about one of the people in this group earlier in this live. We talked about him. Noon. Thank you, Diamond Pearl Jim. Yes. That is Honey Love by Public Announcement. And if you know R. Kelly was in Public Announcement. And that's give me that honey love. That's when he said, let's go to the mall, baby. I'll pick you up around noon, lady. Come on now. Come on now. Harold, I didn't expect you to. Harold, that's way before your time. Honey Love is before your time, Harold. I don't expect you to know that one. My favorite part of Honey Love was your love like a lollipop. You're so sweet. Oh, and your body like a lemon drop. Sure tastes good to me. That was my shit. Girl. Child. That's why I say, Harold, I didn't expect you to get that one. All right. Last night, I was inside of you, and while making love, I saw what? Listen, when you hear this song, because it's such a good song, you don't realize how graphic this song was. Last night, I was inside of you, and while making love, I saw what? Close, Montrez. I saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers. I saw heaven. That was as yet. Last night, I was inside of you. Last night, while making love to you, I saw the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers. I saw heaven when I made sweet love to you. Come on now. That's as yet. The sun, the moon, the mountain is a listen. That woman has some good cooch. Well, I'm assuming it's a woman. It could have been a man, and he could have been in his moochie and saw all of that. Because when you got good moochie, like I got, you might see the sun, the moon, the mountains, and the rivers when you inside of me. And we're moving on. When do I like the way you kiss me? Come on now. This is easy, Harold. When do I like the way you kiss me? One of my favorite groups. One of my favorite groups. When do I like the way you kiss me? You are right. Complex 613. when you're playing when we're playing the kissing game. Yes, I like the way you kiss me when we're playing the kissing game. One of my favorite groups. I love High Five. Y'all know High Five is one of my favorite groups. I love High Five. But what kind of man would I be if I lived how? But what kind of man would I be if I lived how? Now this song right here, this group right here is so underrated. This group right here is so underrated. Unfaithfully. But what kind of man would I be if I lived unfaithfully? What kind of girl would you be if you did the same? Oh, mint condition, Stokely be singing his face off. I don't give a shit what y'all say. Mint condition, specifically Stokely, be singing his fucking face off. That goddamn Stokely be singing. Listen, Breaking My Heart is my shit. Pretty round eye. Oh, you know I see you. And Stokely to this day still be singing Down. Do you hear me? Stokely be singing Down to this day. To this day, singing Down. When I was a young boy, I had visions of fame. They were wild, they were and free and blessed with what? When I was a young boy, I had visions of fame. They were wild and free and blessed with what? You send me swinging is a whole lot. Listen, people sleep on Mint Condition. Mint Condition is one of the great male R&B groups of all time. Great. Be singing down. Now, this might be hard for some of you all. When I was a young boy, I had visions of fame. They were wild and free and what? And blessed with what? Nobody got it. Tracy got it. Blessed with my name. When I was a young boy, come on, you will know. I had visions of fame. They were wild. They were free. They were blessed with my name. And then I grew older. And my song was conceived. And the world was full of pain. And my dreams, they left me. But then I got strong. Come on now. You would know. That's my shit. You would know. That was a whole jam. You would know. That was the last one. I had fun with that this time. Harold, you did better than I thought you would do. Harold, you did better than I thought you would do. You did much better. I'm proud of you, Harold. Harold, I'm proud of you, Harold. I'm proud. Teach is proud of you, Harold. I'm proud of you, Harold. You did much better than I thought you would do. Yeah, Tracy W. You should have got that one. You should have got that one. Yeah. We're almost out of here. Listen, I've been on here about 2.5 hours. I said I was going to try to make it in under 2 hours, and you see how successful I was. But we had a great time. Have y'all not been having a great time today? Did we not have a great time today? Were you not entertained? Have you not been entertained? Have you not been entertained? I might do girl groups next time, but we did all guy groups this time. It's time for palate cleansers before we get out of here. Harold, this our favorite part. Palate cleansers. This our favorite part. Palate cleansers. You still waiting on widow check? Oh. Oh. What that say? Oh, it say blessed. Listen, I told y'all if you're gonna get a tattoo that says blessed, you better have at least double digits when it comes to downstairs. At least. Oh. Oh. Jason, where you been? Because we asked for you when we was talking about the soul food restaurant in Phoenix, Arizona. Where was you at? Oh, oh, oh. Mm. Oh, what's behind that animal head? Just want to know. Hey, boy. Oh, y'all know how I am about water. I ain't even got to explain that no more to y'all. Y'all know how I am about water. Hey, boy. Mm. Oh, oh, ooh. Oh, she got a lot going on. She got a nice body, pretty face. I like the simplicity of it all. Mm. That's a lot going on, young man. A lot going on. Ew. Oh. Mm. If I like the cooter, I would like her. Oh, that's a lot of man. That's some thickness. I think the places in Phoenix was Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food. I think that's what it was called, Stacy's Off the Hook. Yeah, it was Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food in Phoenix. That's what they told me is the good place for soul food. Stacy's Off the Hook Barbecue and Soul Food. This right here, this young man would get me in trouble. That's my type. I like a man's skin. If he was dark skinned, though, he a little high yellow for me. I like him a little more chocolate. But let me tell you something. I like my man scrawny, skinny. Because, I got to be able to handle them if they get out of pocket. So I like my man skinny. Cha. Girl, he'll get me in trouble. Oh, Jesus. Mm, that's a big man. That's a lot going on, young man. Oh, cha. Something sexy about all them tattoos. And I ain't into tattoos like that, but yeah, it's sexy on him. Mm. Oh, what's that I see right there? I hope that's not hard, though. I hope what I'm seeing right there, young man, I hope that's it just laying on soft, flaccid. If that's it, flaccid, I'm here for it. Ow. Hey, boy. Mm. Mm. Interesting. Interesting. See, that's the kind of chocolate I need. Hmm. Yes. It's the kind of chocolate I need. I love the fact that you ain't even got to give me too much. You just got to lift up your shirt real fast, and that's enough to bring the boys to the yard. I'm here for it. I ain't even got to take my whole shirt off. I could just lift my shirt up real nice and, just real slightly, pull up my shirt and bring all of the boys to the yard and the girls. I'm here for it. Here for all of it. Hey, mama. Cute shades. Them shades is real cute. He looks like he's a problem. Like he looks like, baby, when that bedroom door closes, the way you about to get throttled. Listen, you ain't even got to explain to me or tell me. The way that young man right there will throttle you. Trying to tell you that right there. Grade A prime cut right there. Trying to tell you what I know. You can't handle that. Mm-mm. If you think you can handle that right there, you can't handle that. I'm telling you what I know. You cannot handle him. Mm-mm. Oh, wait, let me go back to him. I just wanted to go back to him just because. Uh, mm. Okay. 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 I see you not missing leg day. You ain't missed not one leg day. I see you. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice piece of dark chocolate right there. Mm. Nice dark chocolate. That's some more dark chocolate right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, I didn't mean to go that far back. Wait, where we left off? Oh, okay. There we go. We was on her. Press the wrong button. I be stalking this man's profile every time I see him. Dear God above. Oh man, this is a fine young man. Every time I be stalking his profile, every time I see him, it just don't make no damn sense. Shit now. Mm. Nice smile. I love your smile. Come on, Shanice. Do 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 do. Ciao. I like that bathing suit though. That's real crude. Real crude. Oh. Oh. That's some sexiness right there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll be stalking his Instagram page too. I be stalking this young man right here. I stalk his Instagram page. It makes no sense how I be stalking his Instagram page. Mm. Mm-mm. Oh, that's a lot of thickness. That's a lot of woman. That's a lot of woman. That's a lot of woman. Jason, that's a lot of woman. It's a lot of woman. Oh, for my people who like seasoned men, okay, you go. That's a nice seasoned young man. That means that stroke game is legendary. That stroke game is stupid. When you seasoned like that and your body is cut like that, the stroke game is dumb, just stupid. Oh, ow, oh, oh. That's some sex appeal right there. That's some sex appeal right there. That is that's a lot of sex appeal right there. Shit now. Damn. That's a lot of sex appeal right there. Shit. This is my kind of man. That's a Miami man. Just looking at the dreads, that's somebody from Miami. That's Miami dread. Listen, if you from Miami and you ain't never had a piece of trade with some nappy dreads like that, you ain't lived. If you ain't had a piece of trade with some nappy dreads like that, and you from Miami, you ain't lived. Oh, oh, Jason, that's a lot. Jason, can you handle all that? That's a lot. Good God. Oh, mm, Jesus, Jesus. That's a lot of woman. Mm, yeah, yeah. I would get in trouble with him. I would get in trouble with him. Oh, I would get in trouble. I would get in so much trouble with him. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. Jason said nobody's scared. Mm. Where you going? Cause you ain't missed no leg days either. Where you going? Child. He might be from Boynton. Child. Boynton is up there in Palm Beach. Okay, you give me you a woman though. You give me you want your back blown out. Just that stance right there. Mama want his back blown out. I can tell you right now. He's a slap bottom. Slap bottom. Slap ass bottom. Ooh. Ah. Oh. Mm. That's a lot of woman. Every man wants a woman. That's a lot of woman. A lot of woman. This is our last one of the night. Y'all know I love me an intellectual. Oh, the glasses, the hair, the body, the holding of the books, the things that I would do. Mm. I love a man in glasses. I love a man with hair. I just want him to take them braids out and let his hair just be all curly after you take the braids out and be with the glasses on and holding them books. Sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. All I got to say about that right there is sweet Jesus. Sweet Jesus. That's a man. I would do a lot of things with that. A lot of things. A lot of things. All right. That's all we got for today. Listen. Another epic silly Saturday. Another epic silly Saturday. I hope you all enjoyed this week's edition of Silly Saturday on a Friday. Prime time Silly Saturday. We in prime time, y'all. Prime time. Put some shondos in the chat if you enjoyed yourself today. Put some shondos in the chat if you enjoyed this prime time edition of Silly Saturday. I had a good time bringing it to you. I hope you had a good time enjoying it. I gotta get to bed because I need to I gotta get up at like 3:30 and go out of town. But yes. We had a good time. If you enjoyed yourself, you can always consider making a contribution to the channel here. If you want to make contributions to the channel so we can keep the lights on, so the lights don't go off like this. So we don't be like that with the lights off. So we can keep the lights so we can keep the lights on over here. Listen. I'll be back on Monday. I will not be back until Monday. I'll be out of town until Monday. So I'll be back on Monday and we'll get back right back at it, right back at doing what we do. Listen. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Listen, I enjoyed bringing this to you today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you all have a phenomenal weekend. Do all of the things, love all of the people, and enjoy yourselves this weekend. I certainly know that I will. I'm going to be out. We have been on here 2 hours and 43 minutes. And with that, I will bid you adieu. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We are out of here. Bye, y'all.